Hi folks, I'm Dennis Howard, and I help people get started online by overcoming the obstacles and all the overwhelming feelings that they get. I help give them direction to make the right choices and to get going making a business. You know, have you ever had those kind of problems where, you know, you just felt overwhelmed? There was just too much information, too many things to do. You know, you got to be the technical guy. You got to be able to do the cPanel, the hosting, the domain forwarding, the autoresponder. You got to be the graphic designer, design your own graphics. You got to know Photoshop. You got to be the copywriter, write your own emails, your own copywriting. You know, all the different stuff. The WordPress expert. You know, if you've had those kind of problems, you just felt overwhelmed, you're not the only one. Believe me, most everyone online starts with the same kind of problems. You know, we all have to have a learning curve that we have to overcome. We have things that, even if you pay people to do a lot of that stuff, you still have basic things that you need to understand, you need to learn. And, you know, so there's so much to learn. You're not the only one if you're having those problems. Everyone goes through it. Finally, you know, after several years myself just kind of treading water out there, you know, I started back in 1999 on the internet when all the computer screens were green or orange, and there was no Windows per se. You know, the internet was nothing like it is now. It was bulletin boards and things like that many years ago. And then for me it was kind of just fun. And then later on in life I saw, well, you know, I could probably make a living doing some things on here. I saw it as the future. And of course now we all know today that it has become super huge. It's an information vault. You know, there's just so much available. And so little by little I started making progress as I learned a few things. You know, what I started to do is I started to go back to the basics. It doesn't matter if you're working online or offline. There's certain key things that are the same in both places. You know, it's about building relationships. You know, if you're working offline, I used to have some offline businesses, and you know, I had customers, clients, many of them I would call friends, and my business built and grew immensely based on relationships, on letting the people know not only did I provide a valuable service, but I was a real person just like them. And you know, I helped them, I did good things for them, I was an honest person. And if you're the same online, your business will grow the same. But it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes a little time. It does take effort, it does take work. You know, I tried so many things. I bought all the different ebooks, the software, the magic button push, and all your traffic comes in, you know, the new WordPress stuff, everything out there. You know, I tried so many things for several years, and really just, it was still too much, and I just wasn't seeing a lot of progress. I made some money here and there, but it wasn't, you know, I couldn't make a living online for the longest time. You know, I tried so many things, and what I finally found out is I started looking at people that were successful online, that were making it, and not so much looking at the things that they were trying to pitch to me as it was the process that they used and how they did things and how they presented things and how they followed up. And you know, I started going back to the basics. You got to get a system, a mentor, someone that cuts the learning curve way down, that takes you, you know, out of all those stumbling blocks, out of all that overload, and a system or a person that gives you direction. You know, you got to know what to do step by step by step without getting all the distractions, and you got to start seeing progress and making progress, you know, for it to work for you. And what I've been doing is you know, when I finally started making money and I grew it and did really quite well. And now I'm here in Honduras, Central America. I've got a house here, I've got a house in Canada, I've got a place in Texas. And so life is treating me okay. I'm not, you know, a big guru, nothing like that. But I've finally learned how to make it work. And so what I did is, you know, you hear the big promises, oh, I was going to go out there and develop a system and give back. Well, I don't know about all the other people, okay? But what I do know is I so many times wanted to stop and just give up. I had so many problems, so many things to overcome. And so what I did is I started to work on a system to give people direction, to really help people. For a couple reasons. First off, I did really want to have people get past all the junk that I had to go through. I wanted more people to feel success. I wanted to make friends. I wanted to make clients. I wanted to help build my future even more by doing all this together. And so what I did is I started developing a system. First, it started off as an ebook. Then it went to an ebook and a video, and then it turned into a complete system. I mean, you've heard the do-it-for-you systems. Well, most of those really don't do it for you. Okay, if they did, everyone would buy it, everyone would be successful. That's just not the case. But what we've built in 2 years, we've taken it's fixing to open up. It's going to be something really special, something that's not done it hasn't been done by anyone else out there. It's going to change a lot of people's lives on the internet. And we've been working on the system for 2 years. If you really want to get ahead and you really want some help, what I want you to do is go to DennisAHoward.com/get help. No space between get help. DennisAHoward.com/get help. And you'll see a video there. And the video will tell you a lot more details. Now, I can't give you all the secrets, and I'll tell you why. I've already brought some things up developing this with other people. It's got out, and some of the terms, a lot of the other things that I've came up with have kind of been stolen. They're used all over the internet, I mean, I guess I can't claim the actual ownership to ideas, all right? But because of that, I'm not going to be giving the farm away in this video. But for people that are interested, I'm going to tell you some more details about what's really going to happen and how this is really going to help people. And you'll be some of the first people to know about it when it actually becomes available, because I can't make it available to everybody. It's just not practical. I'm going to be giving personal help to people along with a couple other experts, and we may have some guest people involved. But anyway, what you need to do is go to DennisAHoward.com/get help, watch the video. There's a place there if you want to stay in touch and keep in touch and know about more of it as it becomes available. You can put your email in. So I'm Dennis Howard. I appreciate you watching me. Y'all have a super day. Thanks.